So to top this list is international cards acceptance. Offending culture through dressing and behavior. Well, safety and security. Hi travel lovelies, Jacenta here. Thanks for choosing travel with me. In this video I'm going to talk about the top problems that affect tourists abroad and how you can overcome them when you're in Uganda. So without wasting time, let's get to it. Offending culture through dressing and behavior. Well, I'm not going to talk about much on dressing because I addressed it in this video. Make sure you check it out the moment you're done with this video. Then about behavior, I feel like you should treat others though you want to be treated. If you want to be greeted in the morning, greet people in the morning. If you don't want people screaming at you, don't scream at them. I think that's if you follow that, you'll be so good to live with everyone here in Uganda. Getting lost. Well, Google Maps is the answer to all these problems of getting lost. You just make sure you download it and so that you can access it when you're offline or anything. Beggars is another problem. Well, when you come to Uganda, you're going to find beggars. That's the fact, especially in Kampala. So be careful when you're helping beggars, because some basically beggars sit in areas where there are lots of people passing by, people walking close by. So you could be giving a beggar someone's spots probably at the spots, and then they follow you where you're going so they can find that perfect spot where they can steal things from you. So be careful as you go. If you want to really help beggars, if you saw someone yesterday and you want to help them today, make sure you have that money nearby where you just give them already, so near, and it's not too much. And you can also, by the way, just donate. We have those homes. You can also Google them on internet and find them. You donate indirectly or directly. It's all frauds and theft. Yeah, especially theft when you're probably on your way walking and then someone steals your things, something of that sort. Just make sure you always carry your bag from the front. You know that racks are carried from the front instead of the back if you're having it. Then if you can have these short designer bags, the waist bags, those ones, they're also better. And also, most importantly, always have, your insurance. Always buy insurance before you travel. It's very important because you never know what they're going to steal. Stealing a phone probably it can be okay with you, and you have some money in your hotel bag. You can buy another phone, but then they can steal your passport when you're still having it. Something that's very important. Even a phone can be very important by the. So always make sure you buy insurance before you travel abroad. It's just that serious. Sanitary conditions. Yeah, you should, as a budget traveler, you should always talk to your hotel before you make a booking. Ask them about their sanitary. Of course, maybe they can deceive to you, I don't know, but make sure you also talk to them about that. Also carry your sanitary items just in case you don't find the things in your hotels. Always have the things with you in your bags. Over tourists. So if you're a person who doesn't want to be in a place that is crowded, that's what over tourists mean. You go to this attraction and then you find lots of people also there. So my advice to you when you're coming to Uganda, we have these two seasons, climate seasons. We have the rainy season, we have the sunny season, or that, I've forgotten a bit about it. But then tourism is always at its lowest during the rainy season. So if you don't want that over tourism-ish, make sure you come to Uganda during the rainy season. And then sunny season is when tourism is at its peak. It's when everything is expensive as regards to tourism. And in the rain, things are very cheap and tourism is very low. Yeah, safety and security. This should be like a personal thing to make sure you're always careful regardless where you are. Also, please, I can't stress it enough. Buy insurance before you travel abroad. I feel like it's not worth the risk. Booking that ticket, buying that ticket, booking that hotel when you don't have insurance. At least I feel like you'd rather stay at your home if you don't have insurance. Running out of money is another problem. Well, I feel like this is not even a problem here in Uganda. If it ever happens, to just go back to how a local Ugandan lives her life. How do I live my life as a Ugandan? Where do I eat? Well, how do I get what I eat? So eat from where local Ugandans eat from. Avoid those tourist restaurants when you run out of money. Go to the cheap accommodations. There are those accommodations that are very cheap, something like $10 or $20. No, $20 is too much. Like 10 and below. There are those accommodations there. If you're not traveling on $20 a day, by the way, I have a guide about it. Feel free to download it in my description below. And basically, just go to what a local Ugandan does. Buy from the shops, cook for yourself. It will be very easy. By that, it will be very easy. You're going to save a lot. if you take my advice regarding this one. But also be careful when you're booking those cheap hotels, those cheap hotels that I'm talking about. Be careful. Make sure you find something that you're still comfortable with. However much you want cheap, but find something that you're going to be comfortable with. Sickness and infectious diseases. So infectious diseases are due to the sanitary conditions, as I had explained earlier. So talk to your hotels, make sure that their sanitation is at its best. But also sickness, you know, there's those creams for malaria, the mosquito bites creams. I don't know them, but make sure you sleep in your net when you go back to your hotel. Make sure you have a net there. Avoid being outside at night so much, mosquitoes too. But at most, buy insurance. I cannot stress it enough. Buy insurance. Just in case these things happen to you, you have backup. Someone's going to pay your treatment when you. To help you be prepared well for all problems that can be resolved by insurance, I would like to introduce to you the Travel Insurance Master. Well, I'm an affiliate with them, but they've not sponsored this video in any way. Well, they just partner with lots of different travel insurance companies around the world to help you find the cheapest that you can get. You go to their site, be able to compare and find something that suits your budget. Since I'm working with a budget traveler, I'm hoping a budget traveler who wants to come to Uganda, this is the best I can recommend to you. Language or communication is also another problem. Well, English is the official language of Uganda, but then if you can speak English, I think Uganda is going to be a bit easier for you to get around. But also there are some Ugandans who cannot speak English, which is very okay because we have other local languages. There are just very many. But then if you can learn some bit of Uganda. Luganda is the most common. We have many local languages, but Luganda is the famous language in Uganda here. So if someone can't speak English, at least they can hear a bit of Luganda. So when you're traveling to Uganda, make sure you can Google and learn some Luganda. But I'm going to also make a guide to help you learn some bit of Luganda. The basic words that you need to learn when you come to Uganda. So keep it up here. I'll let you know when it's officially out, but I'm not working on it already now, but I'm considering it. One day it will be available for you guys. Loneliness is another problem. Oh, Ugandans, we are friendly people. At least we are friendly, unless when you're just alone. So I don't think that you're really going to face anything of loneliness, as it's said, but if you're open to meet new people, you're basically going to meet very good people here in Uganda. Just be careful that you don't meet the wrong people. Just saying. So to top this list is international cards acceptance. I realize it's a problem that most travelers are facing worldwide. So I have very good friends of mine. They're also YouTubers. They just traveled to Uganda just recently. And I thought, why don't I give you a solution based on a traveler's point of view, a foreign traveler's point of view. So this is what she had to say. I also asked her about mobile money because here in Uganda, mobile money is the key where we transfer money everywhere. You can even buy anything using your mobile money account. So I also strongly advise you that if you can, you should have a local ID here, a local SIM card. It's a SIM card. So it will help you to save more on fees than using your card or what. It's very easy for you to use around the entire country. So yeah, that's the major problem. And you also don't forget to check our YouTube channel or follow her on our Instagram channel. So that's all I have in today's video. If you have more other questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram. This is my handle. Also, if you're planning a trip to Uganda sometime soon, it's best to know how to travel Uganda on a budget. How to travel Uganda using $20 a day. Download my free guide in my description below. I also have an entire guide helping you right from the tickets, the COVID information, what to pack, the attractions to see, a lot of other things that you could be researching on the internet if you want to travel to Uganda. So don't forget to turn off your notification bell to know every time that I upload a new video. See you next Monday. Be safe. Bye.